We are in week 2 of the trial of Jeremy Christian, the man accused of a deadly stabbing on a MAX train in 2017.
Today, we heard from one of the most anticipated witnesses in this murder trial, the lone surviving victim, Micah Fletcher. He took to the stand to discuss the moment he thought his life was ending.
And Fox 12's Drew Reeves is live now with what we heard in court today. Drew?
Yeah, today we heard from the one man who was stabbed by Jeremy Christian and lived. Micah Fletcher says he noticed Christian yelling at 2 young girls and took actions. Then moments later, he was stabbed in the neck. It all started with a push. Micah Fletcher testified that he chose to get involved with Jeremy Christian on that day, May 26, 2017, when he saw Christian yelling angrily at 2 young girls. Surveillance video and cell phone video shows Christian and Fletcher yelling at each other and then shoving. Fletcher said it was Christian who pushed first, and when Christian shoved another person, Fletcher pushed back.
This wasn't about me feeding my ego and protecting myself. I cared about whether or not the other person was getting hurt.
Fletcher said he never noticed that Christian had pulled out a knife. He said when Christian started his attack, he could have never expected the outcome.
I thought he punched me, and I was getting ready to put my hands up to guard for another one, and then I noticed there was blood on my fingers. And I was like, that's odd. And then I realized there was blood on my shirt, a lot of it. And then I realized it was coming out of my neck.
Several people helped Fletcher as he got out of the MAX train, keeping pressure on his neck. Fletcher says he didn't expect to survive. For the first time on the stand today, Fletcher got emotional, remembering what he thought would be his last conversation with his mother.
If these are going to be my last moments, in my mind, I just needed to do something real quick. I just needed to make sure that somebody was okay. Then I told her I loved her and that I'd see her soon.
But Fletcher survived and was taken into surgery the next day. Tragically, 2 others, Talesian Namkai Mechi and Ricky Best, did not live through the attack. Today, the medical examiner testified that those men were each stabbed 3 times in the head and neck.
What was your conclusion regarding the cause of death?
Stab wounds of the neck was the cause of death.
And what was the manner of death that you declared?
Homicide, which means death at the hands of another.
Lawyers asked Fletcher if he could go back to that moment, if he'd get involved again.
I wish I could say I wouldn't have, but I really do believe I did the best I could.
And court ended today with the possibility that 1 juror may not be continuing with this case. Tomorrow morning, it will be decided if that juror will stay or if an alternate will be brought in. Live in the mobile newsroom tonight, Drew Reeves, Fox 12 Oregon.